Eddie's ready. Steady Eddie. Let's go down to the Valley of the Sun. Eddie Lack joining us, where I'll say it again, 26 degrees Celsius and sunny. He's smiling like a butcher's dog. How you doing, Eddie?
Good. How are you? Sorry I'm a little late. My daughter just woke up, so I had to do daddy duty.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, nice being able to work from home, of course, Eddie. And let me ask you this. Coyotes, a big shootout, comeback win last night. Have you been going to the games? Do you have any interest in going to the games? What's the scene for going to Coyotes games right now in the pandemic?
I haven't gone yet, so I got tickets for a few friends to go, but I'm just going to wait until it's like back to full capacity, whatever that will be, right? But yeah, like 20 or 30% fans, it's just not going to feel normal, I think. So I think I'm just going to wait until it's back to 100%.
I think it's a great idea, and you can watch the games on television. But hey, listen, we're goalie huggers. We're in the goalie fraternity, and people were asking about Jacob Markstrom and when he's going to be back for the Calgary Flames. I really enjoyed your tweet where you said you're torn with the Flames playing the Canucks this year. And you're still torn, right? You're going to be torn for the rest of the season on that.
Yeah, and I obviously played well. I mostly sat on the bench in Calgary, but I was there for a while, and I got to know those guys and everything too. And then a lot of my friends got traded there after I left as well. So it's really tough for me because the Canucks are always going to be my team, but I know almost the entire team with the Flames, right? And they're my friends too. So I'm watching those games as a neutral spectator right now.
Well, they're both struggling though, man. I mean, at least the Calgary Flames beat the Leafs the other night with Vancouver. They got the Oilers in there tonight. And, that's where you're still known and loved in Vancouver. You'll be remembered as a Canuck. But what is the deal? What's your analysis of why this team has let down everybody so far this season?
I just think that they let go of a few team pieces, like core pieces in that locker room, right? Like Tanev and Markstrom, but also Troy Stretcher, I think, was big in that room as well. So first of all, it does take a little time to get your new pieces in and everyone feeling good and everyone working together, right? So with a shortened season like this, you don't really have time, right? It's just if you get off to a bad start, you're kind of screwed. So I expected them to be a little bit worse this year, but I expected them to have a few more wins this far. That's for sure.
Well, they're not out of it, but as their radio guy Brendan Batchelor said here yesterday, they're close to falling out of it. They need to get it going now, and it should start tonight. So here's one. James Henderson's watching in Morden, Manitoba, and he says, "Moose fans love you, Eddie." So I went and looked at your hockey DB. That was your first North American pro team. I was not even aware. What do you remember about playing for the Manitoba Moose?
I loved playing for the Moose. AHL wise, that was the most fun that I've had. Especially when Winnipeg didn't have an NHL team then, so it was just so much focus on us playing for the Moose, and we had a ton of fans. There was a lot of media and everything like that. So I loved it. There wasn't too much to do outside of hockey, but that kind of worked well for me. That I played hockey, I came home and I played a little video games and I cooked and yeah, just trying to stay out of the cold.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look at this. 53 games and a microscopic 2.26 goals against average. And then you went to the Wolves, but I mean, this is what got you your NHL opportunity. You played well for the Moose.
Yeah. That was probably, my second year with the Wolves, my second year in the AHL, my first year with the Wolf, I think that I played pretty good too. But like it was just so much fun to play hockey in Winnipeg with like the fans, and like they're really like knowledgeable about hockey too, right? And like everything is about hockey, which like made it so much fun for me.
You know, it's funny that you settled in Phoenix, and I'll get to hockey questions in a minute, but we're just talking how hockey, the NHL in America, is fighting for coverage, because it's not in people's conscience in America, which I kind of find it hard to believe in Canada, because that's all we think about in Canada. But could you have envisioned playing for the Coyotes? You know, like, why didn't you? Did that opportunity ever come up? You've ended up living there, but you never played there. I find that a bit of a paradox.
Yeah, no, I never had the chance to play here. I mean, I played against them a lot, but I was always kind of on my deals, and whenever I got traded, I obviously didn't have any say on where to go, right? So yeah, I went to visit here a lot, and I loved it, and yeah, now we're here for the foreseeable future.
Good for you. How's the real estate market, by the way? You're selling luxury real estate in Canada here. It's booming. It's robust in the pandemic. How's it been in the Valley?
I always say being a buyer in this market is kind of like what it was like finding toilet paper down here in March, April last year, right? It's like impossible. like
wow.
There's no inventory. There's like very little to choose from, and there's a ton of buyers. So that's when it comes in that you need a good agent, right?
Good for you. Well, you're the guy. You got the personality. You got the charm. You got everything. Let me just ask you this: is that your dog?
That's my dog. My wife
sounds like a Swedish. Panda. Sounds like a Swedish dog. What's your dog's name?
We have two. So we have Panda and Puma.
Panda and Puma. I like it.
Yep.
Just a word on the Honda West Division, if you don't mind. It's very interesting. I was looking at it today. The Avalanche are 6th. The Golden Knights are, I believe, 1st. Like, what's going on in that West Division down there? You got the Blues and the Wild in there. Looks like it's like anybody's division right now. Yeah,
like everyone kind of expects the Avalanche to be like the front runner for the cup, right? So they're kind of this team, I think, that once they get rolling, they're going to be really hard to stop. But they obviously haven't got rolling yet. Like Minnesota's playing really well. Like my buddy Victor Rask kind of just like woke up from not playing at all for like the last couple of years here. So no, it's fun to see all of these kind of rivalries getting together now, and like it's like 9 games against everyone, right? So yeah, it's really fun to see.
Yeah, games are unreal, and the Wild just exploded. Your guy Rask, you're right, with his line just exploding with the win over Colorado. Who saw that coming? But look, Eddie, our last question is 44 years ago today, the movie Slapshot came out. Do you have a favorite character in the movie Slapshot, and if so, who is it?
I don't know. It's really hard not to go with the Hanson brothers, right? Like they're just like so much fun, and that movie is such a classic. I can't believe it's 44 years ago. I just saw that last week. It was Happy Gilmore. It was 25 years since that one came out, right? And I'm like, oh my God, we're all getting old now, I guess.
Yeah, you're no kidding. But great movies. They don't make them like that anymore. 2 quick questions. Producer Clark wants to know if you've talked to your buddy King Henrik lately. How's he doing?
I have not talked to King Henrik, but from what I'm seeing on social media and everything, he's on the ice now, skating and everything, right? And I thought just like 3 or 4 months ago that like that might be it for him playing, but like he's like a different breed. Like same with like the Tiger Woods injury and everything now too, right? Like if anyone can come back, it's like people like that, right? Like they don't know how to quit.
No kidding. No, and the main thing with Tiger too, just like Henrik, let's hope they're safe and healthy. You know, not worried about a comeback here right now. Eddie, we'll let you go. You're a busy guy. This has been awesome as always. Keep smiling and keep selling, my man. Keep safe.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
The great Eddie Lack joining us from Phoenix, Arizona, where he's selling luxury real estate.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.